Assalamualaikum and good evening. Hi, my name is Muhammad Nur Hakim and I am your moderator for today. So my metric number is J20A0523. I am a student UMK. So before I present our panelists for today, let me state that mental health issues in societies are at an all-time high, which is concerning to all parties. As a result, if this problem is to be handled, it must be viewed in a broader context. Can mental illness lead to death? Can mental illness be fatal? As the title of our forum this time suggests, this is the central subject of the forum which we aim to use to learn more about the relevance of mental health in our life. So, let's get to know three of our panelists today before we delve into more detail about this topic. Is it possible? Is it possible for our first panelist to introduce himself?
Okay, I'm the panelist number one. My name is Muhammad Arif bin Mazamri. My metric number is J20A0679.
Okay, thank you. So, our second panelist, is it possible for you to introduce yourself?
Yes, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Mazlan Biatik. My number matrix is J20A0520.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you.
Idham. Sir Idham, I'm sorry.
Assalamualaikum
So,
warahmatullahi.
not
Sebut
to
nama.
mention of
Okay.
our final panelist. Uh, introduce yourself, our final panelist.
Okay, sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Idham Mirafli. My metric number is J20A0514.
Okay, thank you. So, before I digress any further, my question on the first panel. Are you ready? First panel?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. So the question is, what do you know about mental health?
Okay, the mental health includes to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we can think, feel, and act. So it also helps determine how we can handle the stress, relate to others, and can make healthy choice. Mental health is very important at very stage of life. So in from childhood through adulthood. So um, mental mental pain we can call it as a emotional pain. Is unpleasant feeling with a suffering of a psychological and non-physical origin. So the mental pain can be defined as a subjective experience characterized by perception of their strong negative feelings and change in themselves. So in no less real than other types of grief. So mental pain can also be considered to be a distinct entity from depression. That's all.
Okay, thanks to our first panel for throwing in on mental health just now. A while ago, our first panel stated that mental health need to be considered in various aspects such as emotional, psychological, and social well-being. So, we need to take care of various aspects to avoid mental stress. So, moreover, I would like to ask the next question to our second panelist, Sir Mazlan, right? Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
So, the next question is mental health very important to take care of?
For me, the mental health is very important for us because mental health affect health. If someone has cancer, we will blame them for this, they exist in their bodies. Why do we place stigma and blame on mental health issues in the brain? Example, is- depression can lead to accident in addition and untreated suicidal attempts. Many mental cause stress which lower the immune system. This means the frank and inability. Furthermore, mental health can affect everything. Lack of tri- treatment lead to helpless and sadness, worthless feeling, guilty, anxiety and worry, fear and loss of control. Our relationship may suffer. Our performance in any situation such as school and work may be declined. We also lose interest in things we can enjoy it. Next, the task completion and time management may fall apart. So then, it becomes difficult for us to concentrate or may have rumination and focus on cleaning and organization. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you to our second panel for emphasizing the
Welcome.
necessity of mental health care right now. A while ago, our second panel recently warned that if we do not properly care for our mental health, we are more likely to develop diseases such as brain cancer, which can make a person's life unpredictable, always emotional, lost self-control, and other disorders that are unhealthy. So, food also can harm one's mental health. Okay, next, let's go to the third panelist. Are you ready, Sir Idham?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so for the question is, in your opinion, what are the main factors that cause a person to deal with mental stress?
Uh, I think the first fact that cause a person to deal with mental stress is the problem of perfect personality. The result for self-improvement is beneficial to people if not exercise. Exercise research will also bring stress that make it difficult for him. Someone who is too focused on perfection will never feel satisfied and always want to success in all aspects involved. Thus, people often have mountainous desire or ambition. They get frustrated when the result do not follow the standard of perfection based on the class. Therefore, a perfect personality problem will cause heavy mental stress. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you. So, our third panelist has told us about the main cause a person face mental stress is due to problem of perfect personality. So our third panelist emphasizes the importance of maintaining one's personality. If one is still unaware of one's own skill and shortcoming, this is quite risky. As a result, understanding ourselves might help one person mental wellness, preserve mental wellness. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go to the second question. Going back to the first panel, Sarif, Sarif, I'm sorry. Are you ready?
Yes, and ready.
Okay, okay. Our third panelist has told us about the main cause a person face mental stress is due to problem of perfect personality. So the question is, what are the other cause of a person mental stress?
All right. There are cause of the mental pain. For the first cause of the mental pain is the biology. This is because there are some mental pain associated with an imbalance in chemical in the brain that called as neurotransmitters. These chemicals can play a role in allowing the cells in the brain to communicate with each other. So this mental pain comes from some other families member that have their history of the mental pain. So their genetic will get an infection and their brain injury that can cause emotionally related illness. In weeks ago, I have some read news online that call Dr. Chong Guang that says that an estimated 40% of mental patients are due to a system of schizophrenia, resulting in frequent to suicide attempts. Uh, for example, their fathers are having a mental pain, but it will goes to their genetic children. So this will make people who not having mental pain will also eat. So for the second cause of mental pain is a psychological. Some people getting mental pain because they have a severe psychological of trauma during their childhood, such as their emotional, physical, or sexual abuse. Their mental pain will get hurt when their family ignores them, and they will also failing to build relationship with others. So this will make them getting easy uh, to get the stress until to the death. So, for example, some parents are having a family problems that makes their children think that they do not love them. So it will get makes more pain on their physical and mental. That's all.
Okay, thank you. So our first panelist had taught us about the other cause of a person's mental stress is biology, and the second cause is psychological. Right, Sarif?
Yeah.
Okay, so this also needs to be take care of to ensure that our mental health is always in good condition. If we take cases lightly, mental stress can easily happen to a person. Okay, so let's go to second panelist. Are you ready? Sir Mazlan, are you ready
Yes, yes.
for the next question? Okay, so my question is, okay, mental illness thought to be caused by a variety of genetic and environmental? So the answer is yes or no.
For me, yes.
So can you explain it?
Because it is because environmental exposed to environmental stresses, inflammatory condition, toxic, alcohol or drug in the work can something be like to mental health. Second is about brain chemistry. Neurotransmitters are naturally occurring brain chemical that then carry signal to another part of your brain and body. When the neural network involving these chemical are impaired, the function of nerve receptor and nerve system change, leading to depression and another emotional disorder. The last is about inherited trait. Mental illness is more common in people whose blood relatives also have a mental illness. Certain genes may increase your risk of developing a mental illness, and your life situation may trigger it. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So our second panelist has have explained to us that mental illness thought to be caused by a variety of genetic and environmental. So he also gave 3 points, more 3 points important. The first point is environmental exposure before birth, brain chemistry, and last point is inherited traits. So we must take care of 3 points uh, to take care our mental. So next question to the panelist. Panel, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so the question is how many types of mental illness?
Uh, Type of mental illness. There are many types of mental illness, but I would like to share only three types of mental illness. The first, disorder of the inability to control disorder. People with this disorder cannot resist the urge from within to do things that actually harm the service of others. Psychological disorder include in this group kleptomania or the urge to steal small item, pyromania of the strong urge to light a fire, as well as drink alcohol and illicit drug. The second type, psychotic disorder. This disorder confuses the human mind and uh, consciousness, hallucination, and desolation are the two most common symptom of the condition. People with hallucination feel that they see or hear sound and that are not real. Meanwhile, the solution is an untrue thing that the surface believe to the something true. For example, just the solution if is a condition when the patient feel like someone. And the uh, third or last type, eating disorder. Severe experiment just in behavior, habit, and emotion relate to weight and diet. The most common example of this disorder is anorexia, nervous, which is propelled by an inability to eat and having an abnormal fit or weight gain. Another example is bulimia nervous. This condition is propelled by exercise eating behavior. Then in international improves that there is also a being eating disorder condition or a condition when a person eat continuously in large amount and feel unable to stop, but it not accompanied by asking for food back. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So he has told us about the types of mental illness, if such as disorders of the inability to control desire. Second, psychotic disorder, and third, eating disorders. So if we don't take care of the mental properly, it's easy for someone to get mentally stressed. So for the conclusion, can mental stress, can mental illness can be fatal? So the answer is yes. Mental care is very important in our daily life. Let us never take mental health lightly. if you are experiencing mental stress, uh, see a doctor or someone who specialize in treating mental health problem quickly. So that was from me and our finalists. Thank you.